Hello, hello, everyone. Sorry that I'm trying to look at all the screens and everything. Welcome back, Kara. We missed you. And as always, we have Irina Pornova. Today we have Bruno missing. He should be coming to us soon. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get our streaming on Facebook going because it's telling me that an error happened. So let me go ahead and make that change real quick.
Do
On
you
the
think that's
mean,
all part of the cloud breakdown?
come
Did you
again.
guys experience that? The cloud breakdown, did you guys have to deal with that on Monday? Shut down all the air traffic and everything?
Ooh, no, thank God I didn't have to.
Yeah, yeah. All the planes were grounded. Like, all planes were grounded on Monday because the cloud servers were doing tech things that I don't understand. And it messed up wholly bunches of the system. I only got back into my AI today.
Hmm, okay,
This was last week.
that is awesome. Well, okay, so today looks like we're not gonna be able to be on Facebook. It's not allowing me to put us back on.
Okay. So there.
So
Well, hi LinkedIn. So good to see you guys.
LinkedIn, YouTube, we're here. Looks like I have to renew the key every time I put it in. So I'm sorry, guys. Well, it is what it is. It's life. So let's get started. Today's topic is a mid-year check-in, how to retarget and succeed in the future. So we're finally June. This year has gone in the blink of an eye. Many things has happened. We're talking behind closed doors, the three of us, and many things have happened in our lives. Many things have happened in our professional lives. So let's start with the professional side and see where we're retargeting and where we're trying to achieve. So for you, Kara, what is it where you at right now? Where is it that you are at right now? Where is it you're looking for?
So my big celebration for the first half of the year is that Taking Care of Business did as much in sales in the first 6 months of this year as it did all of last year. So that's really exciting. We're on pace to double this year. I know, guys. I mean, we're not making kabillions, but it still feels really good. And my lean, my big goal, my lean, the thing that I'm looking forward to do is I accomplished this by cutting my time way back and really looking at the Pareto's principle, the 80-20 of my business and my life, and flipping some conversations around. Um, in that, I did some fantastic new deep dives. So I'm looking to do even more, actually cut my hours even further back, while managing to deliver more, which is interesting. It's a fun way to do it, but that's my goal, is to figure out how I can really sustain this kind of scaling and growth while doing less to deliver more.
Mhm.
That's fantastic. That is awesome. So, for you, Irina, where you at and where would you like to be?
Yay. So for me, this year also is a great year because I did enroll in a year-long program for sales system, and it works miracles for me. It gives me much more clarity, and I also picked up on the sales this year. But my big goal is to niche down on exactly what I'm doing, and soon people are gonna know exactly what my niche is. So for now, I'm still working as a manifestation coach, but soon it's gonna be niche down, and I'm gonna attract even more people who have the similar things with me. And I want to celebrate myself because today, in the middle of the day, I just blocked the time for myself to go to the pool and have 2 hours of swimming and just laying down. Yes, and that's when I realized this is the freedom of working for yourself.
Yes, it, it, that is powerful. And for me, where I'm at, well, I had to come to a grinding halt on some of my businesses so I can retarget and figure out what's going to be the next um, phase. So, number one, I'm going to stick to marketing. I'm still going to be dealing with a website, but I'm going to put down on the social media and the other things. I'm going to still going with the web development and SEO campaigns and for my business. regarding that business. Still doing the assistance for business that want to get started on the digital world. So that hasn't changed. And of course, here for Be Free or Learn podcast, that is my baby, the one that thanks to all of you is alive. So thank you very, very much all of you. And that's pretty much where I'm at business wise. So, Kara, I started the topic for today because you were so happy to bring this topic today on the chat.
I really, what is the right way to say this? Okay, so hashtag leadership development. That's really where we're going. Whether it is your personal or your professional, it doesn't really matter. When you start talking about leadership, we're leading ourselves first every single time. So when we come to the middle of the year, it is really easy to spiral into that place of judgmentalness and kind of beat ourselves up for what we haven't accomplished or how far we haven't come yet or what didn't get done. And it makes me think of lean project management. Have you guys heard of lean project management? Like the new lean system. It's like agile and lean, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I know Agile.
Okay, so the big switch that lean does with project management is it used to be when you had a project manager, they'd ask you what you didn't do, why it didn't get done, how you were going to fix that, and then what you were going to get to. And lean was like, I mean, practically the same, but what if, hear me out, what if we put a positive spin? What did you get done? What can you repeat again? How far did that get us, and what do we need to get further?
I love that.
So that mid-year is this opportunity to flip that script rather than spiraling into that space where you're not enough, you're not doing enough, it's been so hard, and the churn. Look, if you're willing to do it hard, uncomfortable, and tired and exhausted, to Arena's point, schedule that swim session in the middle of the day, baby, because you're allowed to do it easy and fun and joyful. If you've already done it the hard way, now the hard step is learning to do it the easier way. That's why I like talking about that.
I love it, especially that switch, right? Because again, we come to the conclusion that we want to focus more on great stuff because what we focus on tends to expand, right? So if we constantly criticizing ourselves and everybody else criticizing around ourselves, right? So all we just receive the same old of, like so results, like feeling, underappreciated, don't feel good about ourselves, right? Never good enough. But when we flip the script, right, and start looking what really worked out, so this way we are, like it's like motivating people to achieve even more because now there is a reason for us to celebrate something, right, what we've done. And let's see, like, and the ideas start popping up, like, like let's not underestimate the creativity factor. And just, like everything starts to pop up, like, what else can we do, how else we can tweak these things to make it work. So this is awesome.
Yeah, chase what works, not what didn't.
Exactly.
Makes your life a lot more happy.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. I heard like 3 big things in what everybody was saying, right? So I heard some talk about the vision, mission, and values, how to really align around flipping the script. Well, what do you not like, and what is the opposite of that, and how you can be a factor in doing that? Which kind of leads to that niche conversation, right? So once you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, then you can figure out who you're doing that with. Which then leads to what I call the law, right? The life aligned work, where to Johnny's point, like there's all of these moving balls, but at some point you got to let a few of them drop so you can be like, oh, these ones are really important, and look how much easier it is to juggle these now, right? That's that life aligned work. What do you think would be the most impactful for people who are maybe clear in their journey or their experience, that we could provide them with one of those tools?
I want to share something. Actually, this is something that worked for me. as you know, like I was working with my coach, and like we are really, like unpacking like what exactly, I have to focus on. And it's interesting enough, since like I teach people mindset, but like I always remind, coaches need coaches, because we cannot see the picture when we are the ones in the frame, right? No matter how conscious we try to be, right? So what I really was common with is, I was like, I don't understand, this is not clear for me, I need clarity, I need clarity. And then my coach said, you know what, clarity comes with the action. And I was like, boom.
Some stuff.
So sometimes we just sit and get stuck and just kind of, like spinning the same wheel, like trying to figure out, okay, let me first create that course, or let me first finish building my website, let me do this. So we are focusing on the things that are not moving the needle. What is important is like really start acting on something what we can, right? And I always love that expression, like do what you can from where you are with what you have, right? Don't like put all the other variables into play, because you can actually start with everything what you have today, what you have now. And what we have to emphasize, because if we talk about entrepreneurs, everybody has the audience to serve. So serve your audience. The clarity comes in with action. Do whatever you can, like engage your Facebook group, write that email to your email list, come up with something, engaging. And, even the clients that you are serving already, give them extra, help. Do something to make connection. And that's exactly how the clarity is going to come.
I love that.
And
Johnny, I'm going to go to you in just a sec, but what I heard are I heard lots of things. But where I heard it start is that the reality that we're kind of like butterflies, right? So a butterfly, when it opens its wings, on the underside it's gray. It's all grays and tans. The butterfly does not see the spectacular array of colors that it's carrying around until somebody else comes over and they're like, "You're a butterfly." They're like, "Oh, snap, cool." Coaches need this, right? Yeah. And then okay, so I had a VIP session a couple weeks ago, and amazing, a week ago, somewhere in there. And my client came up with this amazing analogy around banana bread, right? So banana bread is that making the action. Everybody likes banana bread. Most
I
everybody. I mean,
love banana bread.
right? Like most everybody loves banana bread. Even people who don't like bananas like banana bread.
Mm-hmm.
But every recipe is a little different. Like there are some basic things that go into making banana bread, but even that could be messed up and moved around, right? And you could be a chocolate chips banana bread, or a nuts banana bread, or a raisins banana bread. Like there's so many different options. But you won't know what your banana bread, like the one that's your banana bread, you won't know it until you mess around and start doing things, mixing those ingredients and see what comes out of it. And then when you figure it out, you get to just be the most banana bread that you can just live that spicy life. And if you want to change it, then you can change it.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
I know that was a great analogy. I was like, girl, you're so smart. I'm gonna share that.
Yes. And
that
let
is a
me tell you, each different flavor still tastes delicious, right?
That.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
not only that, if you may not like it, somebody else might love it. So don't be afraid of making your or being that special banana bread that only a few people want to taste. So
Yeah.
back to what I was saying is that first, I love what Irina said a minute ago. Coaches need coaches. It's not because we're perfect that we're here talking. It's because we all need each other. We are a support group to each other. Personally, business wise, this is my family. Don't mess with any of the people here. You'll get me. Anyways, back to back to business. One thing that has helped me because, like Kara said, and that is so true. People don't understand how valuable or how much of a butterfly they are until somebody stops and says, you know what, dude or girl, damn, you're amazing, you're doing amazing. And in your head is like, that's very simple. Like, seriously? Like, me? Like, huh? No. People tend to undervalue themselves. And then somebody comes along and is like, oh my God, this person has talent. And that's one of the things that happened to me in life. I couldn't recognize my talents. And it took me a good time to say, you know what? I'm really good at this. Because at the beginning I was like, no, I suck at this. I don't want this, please. And then later on when I started noticing how, how easy, because that's the truth. The truth. Things came to me easy. I didn't have to like push a lot to make them work. I'm like, okay, I might be really good at it. Let me see. And I kept getting into it and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then one day I said, you know what? The business out of it. But I didn't have the training, and that's where what Kara was saying a minute ago. You have all these goals that you're really, really, really good at. You have to drop them. And back to what Irina was saying, yes, you have to sit down and figure, okay, these goals bring me money. So I'm gonna put these ones here. These goals bring me happiness. They don't bring me money. I invest time, I invest money, I invest sweat, equity in them, and guess what happens? It brings me happiness. Because believe it or not, money is not everything in this. Money is amazing. Like I always say, there's God, then right after that, oxygen and money, right next to each other, because you need them. But it's not really ever. Just the other day, I was talking to my significant other slash my girlfriend, and I was talking about, hey, would you get $100,000 if the rule was that you'll get it, but nobody, nobody can share with you. You can talk to anybody. You can spend it all if you want to, but you cannot share with anybody. You cannot give it away, which is yours. Or would you rather have a little bit is enough to be by, but being able to share and do whatever you want with anyone? More fulfilling. And it turns out that the one that you don't get enough, you just get enough with, it's a lot more fulfilling. So thank you very much, Irene. I don't know what's going on, but I'll try to fix it right away. Let me know if that's better.
Okay. Yeah.
Much better? Okay, good. So I pressed a button that it should have pressed when I started, so I apologize. Thank you. So yes, it is very important because if you don't figure out what are the tools you need to grow in life, you will always be retargeting. And I'm telling you that for experience. Anybody that doesn't have an answer would agree with me that we waste a lot of time trying to get places. And I'm saying that from experience. I waste a lot of time of my life for not having a mentor, not because of lack of abilities. So, with that said, let's go back to Kara. And Toby, by the way, thank you very much, Toby, for being here.
Hey,
We really
Toby!
appreciate you.
Good to see you.
So I love that. I'm kind of recap what I heard you say too, because I thought that was so good. I'm just gonna say it in a different way. So not every it's we do stuff for anyone, not everyone, right? Like we have to be okay with not everybody wanting to be on board. We just got to be okay with that. So last week, 2 weeks ago, I had a clarity session. It's about food references the last couple of weeks, so just go with me on this, okay? But I was doing a clarity session with a lady, and we were talking about like the niche and being okay with not everybody loving everything that you do, so that you don't have to do, what Irina was saying, that need, when it's perfect, then I'll be able, so to be able to skip that, to get back into action and do stuff, letting go some of that imaginary weight we're carrying around. And she goes, oh, I like boiled peanuts. If you have never been to the South and had boiled peanuts, Google it, you're welcome. That's what I'm going to say there. And the thing is, not everybody likes boiled peanuts. That's what she's saying. She's like, some people just don't, like, they have no desire. However, The people who like boiled peanuts will line up on the side of the freeway in 100-degree weather to wait for their boiled peanuts. She's like, I'm the boiled peanut. I'm like, yes, that to me, that's niching down. Like when we talk about getting that, it's you're the boiled peanut. Find the people who love that boiled peanut. It's not going to be everybody. Some people aren't going to want boiled peanuts. They just have no desire for it. Other people will wait on the side of the freeway in 100-degree weather until they can get some. Find those people. Find that, to Arena's point, get that niche. Figure out who it is you like to work with and who likes to work with you and lock into that. And then you did not say social businesses, but I kind of heard you talking about that, right? Flipping the conversation around on its head. Do you guys know about social businesses? If I say that language, does it click to anything?
Not
No.
directly.
So I'm going to give you a couple little nuggets. Feel free to dive down this rabbit hole. You're welcome. So Garmin Bank in Bangladesh. Did you know? Here's a fun fact that will never, ever leave my head for the rest of my life now that I know it. Did you know that the population density in Bangladesh, if you took the entire world's population and put it into the lower 48 states of the United States, you would almost be at the population density of Bangladesh? Almost.
Wow.
The math just doesn't, I keep saying it out loud like it's going to lock in my brain, I'll get it, but I can't math that math. You know what I mean? So Garmin Bank helped turn around poverty in Bangladesh. They are on the way out of poverty, unlike every other country on the planet. And they did it through flipping the capitalism story on its head and leaning towards social businesses. So like currently the profit is king, right? It's top of the ladder. And for the last 4 decades, we've been trying to convince them that there's this like triple bottom line, right? Like there's your client, your product, and your people. And it's not a hierarchy. You have to have all 3 of them and be paying attention to get that profit. And so the conversation around social businesses flips the script. It's like, what if profit was foundational? You can't claim having a successful business if you're not turning a profit. But what if instead of basing the success of your business on profit, you base it on how happy your clients were, on the way that you were impacting your community, on how quickly you could innovate your product so it helped more people? And it's working, guys. Which is what you were talking about with your girlfriend, right? With your partner. If you had all of the money in the world, but you could not do anything to help people, human beings are not these one-dimensional money grubbers. Some corporations are that, but they're not people, right? Like they're not. People are multidimensional. They want the income so they can do something with it.
Exactly.
And you're allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Carrie, you know what comes to me when you're sharing that? It's, I've been working with some clients, and when they came to me, they're like, I don't care about the money. I have enough money. And I said, it's, you are thinking very narrow. I said, you're thinking just about yourself, right? I said, if you really, why do money? First of all, that money is the energy that we exchange for something that we want, right? The experiences that we enjoy. And also, money are there to share for the causes that need our help, right? So just think about it that once you have more wealth, how you can distribute that wealth for somebody who is in need. That's another level of consciousness. And a lot of people do not think about it this way.
And they
A lot
weren't
of
shown.
Yes, a lot of people just, staying in their boxes and, they keep feeding themselves the stories that their parents were telling them. Okay, I'm good where I am. I have the roof, have some income, I go once or twice a year on vacation, and that's all, right?
Mhm.
But there is so much more to life than that. There is so much more.
Yes, a lot of people look at me crazy when they tell me, "Hey, why do you want to make a lot of money? Why don't you get content with just that much?" And I tell them because me having money allows me to have many experiences that otherwise I wouldn't been able to have, and B, those experiences that I'm giving to myself are generating employment, and I'm feeding other families by being able to do so. And they're like, but that's so weird. Why don't you just give it away to people? And I said, for the sole reason that if you give something to somebody and they didn't earn it, they won't tend to care for it. If you just give it and then they don't really earn it, they're not gonna take care of it.
Yeah. For example, Garmin Bank. I'm back to this Garmin Bank, guys. Google it. That the stuff around this and Muhammad Yunus, who freaking cool stuff, guys. Freaking cool stuff. Garmin Bank literally does handshake loans, no contracts or anything. Handshake loans to specifically single poverty mothers.
Wow.
Because what they discovered is if you give $20, $200 to somebody who is below the poverty line and taking care of multiple people, they can turn that into a whole flipping business overnight. And they pay it back because they understand the deep value. So the Garmin Bank's return on investment is 98.6%.
Wow.
In America, I'm pretty sure it's under 68%. But that's because when you give money to rich people, well, it's just more money. That's they just don't have the same. But if you give it to somebody who has been struggling, and they don't value it, and you give them something that allows them to level up their life and move just even for one day from survival into thriving, they're in. That you supported them getting there, they're going to support you back. They're going to pay you back. They're going to take that next loan. They're going to pay that back. They're going to take the next loan, and they're going to explode this. Literally turned around the poverty in Bangladesh.
Absolutely. And talking about flipping things and making things better, let's talk about 3 things that are gonna make you better. Let's start with missing links. So, Irina, please share how can you help them flip the coin in their life?
Yes, awesome. So a lot of times, like I said, manifestation is just, whatever we are holding in our mind, in our thoughts, and it comes to our life as the physical form. So whatever life you have right now, whatever you are experiencing, it's actually whatever you brought from your energetic field, from your thoughts, from your emotions, and from your mindset, right? So now, if we want to really consciously, successfully manifest something that we truly desire, there are some reasons why we want to focus on something what we want to focus. And a lot of people do not know about these reasons. So in this e-guide, I share 6 reasons why you can't manifest successfully. So we can flip the coin and see what exactly we have to do in order to bring into our physical reality exactly what we want.
Mhm. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to materialize and have been able to, although you have tried, there are some missing links that you don't want to miss by clicking this link. So don't
So
forget, go ahead, download it, get once you get it, read it, connect with Irina. It's gonna be time well spent, and it's gonna be a good investment for yourself. And talking about ladies, we have a ladies retreat. So,
I'm
Kara,
so excited about this.
please go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So Mac Retreats is an entire retreat experience in a 3-hour session once a month here in the Tri Cities. One of the challenges to getting women to take time off and treat themselves is we're told never to put ourselves first, so we're unwriting that like as a baseline, and then also all of the roadblocks. Like if you do decide you're going to take care of yourself, first you have to schedule, then you got to schedule the time off, and you've got to schedule the time that when you come back to catch up on the stuff that you took the time off for, plus pay for the. Like it's a lot. So we figured out how to do it in 3 hours on the 4th Saturday of every single month. We're doing it at Vista Center, Vista Event Space. It's incredible location. And I'm just super excited to help women step into the leading role of their life, So that we also, side note, there we're talking about a men's group retreat that's going to be starting as well. So just know that that's coming. It's not just the ladies that we're taking care of, but not unlike Carmen Bank, we discovered if you start taking care of the moms, they take better care of everybody else. So we're just starting there, right? Yeah, and I'm super excited. So go if you can get to the Tri Cities area. It is right by the main hub by the mall. So there's plenty of hotels to stay in. It's easy to get to from the airport. Yes, reach out. Let me help you.
So, ladies, take advantage of this retreat. I love the way that Kara puts it because that is true. Women tend to take better care of the whole family. So, that's a great starting point. And I love that you're finally thinking about us, the guys. Thank
We
you.
are. Yeah, it's
Because
coming, guys.
we need that leadership. We need that
Yes,
leadership from a
and
feminine part.
brotherhood.
You. Yes. Yes, that is.
Yeah, you're allowed it.
Mm-hmm. And the next one, taking care of business.
Keep an eye on my website. I know Johnny already did that amazing commercial for me when we launched the new website. New things are coming, one of which so that you can already go schedule your clarity sessions, learn about your own boiled peanut experience that way now. VIP days are up on there and you will start to be able to easy schedule them. So keep an eye out because I'm really excited for the next events that are going to be coming through there.
There we go. So those are our informations for now. So don't forget, go ahead and click download the ebook from the missing link. Don't forget to sign up for the leading ladies and going to the website to check out everything that is new that Kara brings to us. And also, if you have not signed up for this two ladies amazing newsletter, hey, it's free. Take advantage of it. You'll have amazing information that actually will leave you thinking positively for the rest of the day. So go ahead and take advantage of that. And back to our topic. So now
Yeah. Top
we have
takeaways. Johnny, what's your top takeaway from today?
my top takeaway. Number one, the coaches need coaches. I love that one.
Yes.
The next one about the ladies taking it. And although this was more towards the retreat, the bank that you were talking about in Bangladesh is doing the same thing. Ladies are taking care of everybody. And that is true. People that have not had the luxury or the good fortune of having lots of money tend to care for that money and double it and triple it and quadruple it every time they can because they think about it that what happens if I don't have it. And that puts in Spanish I'm going to translate it. It's putting fire under their ass so they can move forward. So I those are my takeaways from today. They're amazing learning tools. But one thing that I would like for you to take away, because we're giving you a lot of stories, a lot of information, a lot of things that you can relate to. But the most important thing and the reason why we do all this is because of you. It'll be really nice if you actually sit down, reflect of where you at, and share on the comments where would you like to be. And if you need help, voice it. You can DM it if you don't feel comfortable enough. Put it on the comments. We're here for that. Okay. So Arena.
I had something to add. What comes for me is there is always somebody who has the answers to your question. So if you feel like you're just spinning and like that wheel that can't get out of that mud, right? And just can't like really move forward, just reach out to us because we've been there, we've done some work, and we already experienced the results. So remember, it's better to partner with somebody who already knows the answers rather than just sitting and throwing spaghetti into the wall and just bumping your head in a different direction trying to figure out on your own. So save yourself time and energy because remember, even money can't buy the time back. So look for these shortcuts because we already have them.
Yep.
Okay, my top takeaways from today. reflect and review on where you have gone with a positive mindset to make sure that you can get to where you want to go in the future. And I loved the tangible tools, right? Like literally, we talked about the 80-20 Pareto's principle. We talked about your vision, mission, and values so that you can know that not only where you're heading, but how you're heading there and why, right? Those are important things. The niche, knowing that you are not, Toby said it great, right? She's an acquired taste. It's not that you're not for everyone. And that's actually great because not everybody's for you. Let's be honest. When we're having this big stress and worry about how other people are viewing us, we're really just thinking about ourselves and we're being really nasty to ourselves under the guise of thinking of somebody else. Stop that. Stop that. Find out the people who make you, find the people who don't make you think those nasty thoughts. Those people, when you look at them, like Johnny, like Arena, like Bruno, like these, find these people who, when just looking at them, you're like, oh, if I get to hang out with cool people like this, I must be kind of a badass. Good job, me. Right? Find those people. That's your niche. Those are the people who are ready to work with you, who you're ready to work with. Find those. And I don't even mean like niches in your business. Like absolutely, I mean your business, but also that can be the vibe for your tribe, guys. It's the same thing, right? Whether it's professional or personal. Niche for professional, vibe for the tribe for the personal. Same difference.
Love it.
And the law. Let go of things. Don't be afraid to do things and let go of things and see where things fall, because that's how you figure out how to truly align yourself in the direction you want. And you can, of course, beat yourself up because you had to get a side hustle, or beat yourself up because you had to let something go, or beat yourself up because you decided to try something that didn't work, or just recognize that all you were doing was succeeding at learning a lesson.
Absolutely. And the only way to learn is to try, right? If we do not try, we can fail, right? But through the trial, we see what worked, what that doesn't, and we know where to tweak it in order to make it more successful.
I love
Cool.
that. So we look forward to seeing those comments. Now, if you're watching this not live, if you're watching it way later, it might be months down from now. So make those comments. That let us know that you're watching. Let us know that you enjoy what we're doing, and also share and comment about us to other people. We just want to go ahead and make that positive impact for everybody. Okay, so does anybody else have anything to add, or shall we say goodbye until the next time? All
Go
right.
sparkle, friend.
Au revoir, my friends. Bye. Thank you.